Hi, I'm David Milne from Pro Tour Golf College, and what I'd like to show you today how you can become a better putter by making sure that you avoid 3 putts. Now, a lot of people will tell you that you have to have a perfect stroke. So other people will tell you that you've got to do a lot more practice. But what sort of practice and what sort of training do you need to do to avoid those 3 putts? If you look at someone like Luke Donald, who his stats on the US Tour are unbelievable in avoiding 3 putts. So how do we train to avoid those 3 putts? It's my belief that you can have the best stroke in the world, you can start the ball on the perfect line, but it's distance control that we are looking for right here. So I'd like to move over to the putting green right now and be able to show you a little training drill that we can actually help you develop better distance control. Alright, we're right here on the putting green where we can start getting you to become a better putter with your distance control. We've got 5 different points on the green right here. We're starting with a very simple 5-meter putt, pretty straight, a little bit uphill. So the degree of difficulty is probably not that high, but still important to be able to get your distance control right. The second putt that we've got here, it's slightly longer. It's about 6 meters. And again, reasonably flat with a slightly different break, a little bit of left to right here. We're going to a longer putt, which is over 10 meters. And it really has a slight double break in here, which is therefore really crucial for you to get the distance control absolutely perfect. This is a putt that most people have difficulty with, where it's uphill in the first instance, and then the second half of the journey, it's downhill and breaking. Distance control, absolutely critical here. This is the putt that you're going to see at the US Masters a lot, where someone has hit the wrong club into the green and left the ball above the pin. It's fast, and it's really important here to have the tools to understand how we can hit that putt and be able to get that distance control right and match up the distance with the line. And the last one here, it's a slightly different breaking putt. It's again slightly uphill and a little bit of break at the end. So again, we've got 5 different putts here that we need to try and get and see how many of those do we hit it into that critical zone that is basically going to help you, first of all, avoid 3 putts, and then secondly, make some of those occasionally. To be able to hit it into that area where you're going to avoid 3 putts, you do want to hit it inside of 3 feet, which is, so for most putters, it'll be from the club head to the bottom of the grip. That's the distance that you want to try and hit your ball with the correct speed just past the hole. Alright, so if you can learn to do that, especially in a putt like this where we've got it going up the hill and then sliding right, we've got to really work on getting the speed right, because once you've picked the speed that you're going to hit it, you then pick the line as the second object that you're trying to achieve. Always remember, speed first, line second. So over here, I've got to decide here what speed am I going to hit it up the hill and be able to hit the apex of the putt where it then is going to turn towards the hole and be able to finish just in that critical zone where you're going to avoid 3 putts. So I'm going to go through my drill that I do, and I've decided that it's going to break a certain amount here, but that's after I've picked the speed that I'm going to hit it to get the ball into that zone. I get behind the ball, and all I'm doing here is visualizing and internalizing the speed I'm going to hit this putt. I'm using it from behind the ball because binocular vision gives us the best feedback, and be able to internalize it, get a good picture of what you want to do, a right image, and then go about and execute it. So once I've got the feel of what I want to do, I walk in, keeping that image nice and strong, and have a putt. What I'd like to do right now is go up and actually measure that. and I'm probably just outside that zone that I'd like to hit into, but really at this stage, with the difficulty of that putt, I've left myself a pretty simple putt to be able to execute and avoid a 3-putt. So hitting it into that critical zone is really important. So if we are as close as we can with the distance we just described there, the chances of you making a 3-putt, as it's been proven, you know, the best putters will basically 97% will be able to make the next putt without any problem at all. So what we like to do here is to what we need to do with the drill is to create a point system that you can then be able to try and beat each time you do this drill. So inside the actual critical zone, and we're not counting putts that go in, because the idea here is to hit it the right distance. So if we can, we'll give you the points of 2 in that zone, and if you're out the zone, it's 1 point. Okay, so what we want to do right now is to see the number of points we can create after we've finished this complete drill.